All right, let me take you through our top story tonight on governor's rejig. Never seen before in recent history, at least, that governors of nearly 9 states have been changed, exchanged, replaced, all overnight. A major political reshuffle has sent shockwaves through India's administrative and political corridors. In a dramatic late-night move, the President of India, Droupadi Murmu, has approved one of the biggest gubernatorial reshuffles in recent years. Now, 9 governors across key states of India and union territories have been appointed or reassigned in a single sweep. The changes affect politically sensitive regions, including Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, 2 election-bound states, and then, of course, Bihar, Nagaland, Telangana, Maharashtra, Himachal Pradesh. The timing, of course, raises eyebrows because crucial assembly elections are approaching in some of these states, like I mentioned. Among the key moves, we're looking at some of them. I'm naming them for you as you see pictures on our screens. Vinay Kumar Saxena, the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, has now been moved to become the new Lieutenant Governor of Ladakh. Veteran diplomat Taranjit Singh Sandhu takes over as the new Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. Shiv Pratap Shukla, the Governor of Himachal Pradesh, has now been shifted to Telangana. And Kavinder Gupta becomes the new Governor of Himachal Pradesh, while Jinshudev Verma moves from Telangana to become the Governor of Maharashtra. In the northeast, from Bihar Assembly Speaker Nand Kishore Yadav has now been appointed Governor of Nagaland. In fact, the former Bihar Assembly Speaker Nand Kishore Yadav has now been appointed Governor of Nagaland. Meanwhile, retired Army Commander Syed Atta Hasnain takes charge as the Governor of Bihar. But perhaps the most politically sensitive move is in eastern India. R.N. Ravi, who has had frequent run-ins with the government of Tamil Nadu, he's now been appointed Governor of West Bengal after the sudden resignation of C.V. Ananda Bose. Just weeks before assembly elections, Ananda Bose stepped down without giving a reason, and then came news that lots of changes were coming into play. Rajendra Vishwanath Arleka has replaced him in Tamil Nadu. So he's now the new governor of Tamil Nadu. Well, the opposition, of course, is crying foul. Both Chief Minister Stalin and West Bengal Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee has slammed the decision here, accusing the centre of undermining constitutional federalism and turning Raj Bhavans into political outposts. She claims that she was not consulted before this appointment and departure as well from established convention. In a post on X, Mamta Banerjee writes, and I quote, "I'm shocked and deeply concerned by the sudden news of the resignation of Shri C.V. Ananda Bose, the Governor of West Bengal. Union Home Minister just informed me that Shri R.N. Ravi is being appointed as the Governor of West Bengal. He never consulted with me as per the established convention in this regard." This is what Mamta says, that this is going against protocol. TMC, citing the recommendations by the Sarkaria and Panchi commissions, has also said the state governments should be involved in the appointments of governors. DMK has responded by saying that they are sad that the DMK is losing a star campaigner in the upcoming elections. Secondly, he says, "I'm sad for the people of West Bengal now that R.N. Ravi is there, and for my good friends there." 9 governors, one night, and a storm of political speculation. Is this constitutional authority or political strategy? A calculated move right ahead of elections? Well, let me bring in our guests here to give us a little more. Rohan Gupta, spokesperson of the BJP. R. Suresh Kumar, political researcher of Tamil Nadu. KV Prasad, senior journalist. Thanks very much, all of you. Rohan, what's your take as a spokesperson here of the BJP? Opposition raises a lot of questions, saying this is against convention. State governments are not even consulted. Ideally, the chief minister of the state should be taken into confidence when a new governor is appointed, but this has all been done arbitrarily.
See, we have to follow constitution. Now these opposition parties, they have to find faults in everything. They have to find faults in foreign policy. They have to find faults in finance. So when their mindset is negative, that they complain everything, people don't trust them. Here, they have to come out and tell us that which provision of constitution is breached here. You don't talk about the moral grounds. We have seen during the Congress party tenure how the lawyers were made Supreme Court judge. So let's not talk about convention here. If in principle, they can definitely go to court of law if any of the provision of the constitution is not followed. But every time you complain about each and everything, like if you see BR elections, they are even complaining SIR. Why to complain the main basic process of election? Nobody could find even a single fault in any process of SIR, and still they are complaining about each and everything, because they know that tomorrow when they lose the election, they have to have some reason to go to the people and save their vote bank. So I think it's a negative politics. If you have merits in any of the allegations, definitely you should come out with the facts and take your own course. But just making political slugfest, just making allegations without any kind of substance, people don't like this.
No, but just help us understand what's the reason for the sudden reshuffle ahead of West Bengal and Tamil Nadu elections?
Obviously, you're sitting in debate. I cannot tell, ma'am, because obviously, like you, I'm a normal citizen. But yeah, no,
You're
it's
a
a normal
party
process,
spokesperson,
right?
you're not just anybody.
So absolutely no, but I cannot tell that why this decision is taken now. It's a normal process. There is no purpose to it. It is
So
not that only
the
two
timing
elections
is
going
not,
straight.
as a party worker, you're saying the timing
See,
does
it
not
is.
sound unusual.
See, if you see in past, it is not that before elections these governors are not changed. You go in the history. Lot many times this has happened. So I don't see that any politics is there. It's a normal process, and we have to take it normally.
KV Prasad, as per history, going by history, you have seen similar instances that have happened in the past, says the BJP spokesperson. Is that true? Why don't you give us your expertise on this?
Well, one thing is very clear: the appointment of governors is the prerogative of the party which is governing the central government. And of course, the question of due process of consultation has always not been followed in true letter and spirit, because it's not just one regime. I can count many regimes where chief ministers of parties who are not in sync with the government of the day kept on saying consultation was just mere information, something to which you just alluded to by referring to Mamata Banerjee, Chief Minister of Bengal. Now, there has to be a calculation. Of course, there are political calculations, and there are also administrative calculations that the government of the day does make, and the Home Ministry makes a periodical assessment, because the Home Ministry receives assessment from the governor almost on a regular basis. So on that, on the question of Mr. Ravi, I think if you remember when he was in Nagaland, also as the interlocutor, there was some run-ins he had at that point of time too. At that point, when subsequently he came to Tamil Nadu, where of course it's very, very well known, just as Mr. Bose had some issues with the West Bengal. The only person out of this entire reshuffle, as I see it, is Mr. Anand Mohan Bose going out, and former ambassador to US, Mr. Taranjit Sandhu, coming in, who of course had joined the BJP and contested the last Lok Sabha election. So I think it's a political move, definitely, because they're, except for Mr. Sandhu and Mr. General Atta Hasnain, whose name was doing rounds even before. A few years ago, his name was doing the rounds, so one heard. Of course, now he's going to Bihar, which is a state where the Bharatiya Janata Party has the government along with the JDU. So I think these are fairly political parties in the opposition will, those who are not in sync with the central government will continue to make these issues.
Right. Mr. Suresh, give us a little context. Governors of, just at a time when the Supreme Court is pulling up governors, you had states like Tamil Nadu, West Bengal also previously, but latest Tamil Nadu reaching out to the Supreme Court saying bills are not being passed. Similar instances we've noted from Kerala as well. So the state government, largely opposition ruled states, and the governors have often seen a face-off and clashes that eventually the Supreme Court had to step in and warn the governors, almost literally, saying that you can't sit on bills for such a prolonged period. It's halting governance and it's disturbing administration. So, at a time when we're looking at the Supreme Court coming down heavily on governors and trying to school them, here's a big reshuffle. One would assume maybe because they're not doing their work right, the BJP or the centre has decided to move them around, or this is another political strategy that someone like us will not even understand.
Union government takes a call on appointment of governors always, whether it is UPA government or NDA government, it happens. But the sudden reshuffle yesterday and West Bengal governor resigning, it's a shock. And there is a rift. Once Mr. R.N. Ravi was appointed as a governor of Tamil Nadu, after a month itself, the rift between the ruling DMK government and the governor started. The DMK government had sent a lot of bills. The governor had kept the bills and he sat on the bills, and the government didn't have any other option to go to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court ordered to send it to the president, and several bills accent was given. And still, a lot of bills pertaining to the corruption of the ADMK ministers are pending with Mr. R.N. Ravi, which has not been cleared. Because the BJP is having an alliance with AIDMK, that's kept on a hold. And one more thing is, there is in the universities, the students protested when governor visited the universities on the convocation function. There was a big rift between the governor and Tamil Nadu government. And the governor in the assembly session, the customary speech, what he has to speak, is given by the government. He didn't speak the customary speech, what the government gave about the state. He spoke something else. And there was commotion in the assembly by the opposition parties, and he walked out. And the second time also, he walked out. This happened for a long time. And there was a rift between Tamil Nadu CM M.K. Stalin and R.N. Ravi. A lot of functions like Republic Day, Independence Day, tea parties, all the opposition parties in Tamil Nadu boycotted for several years. They didn't have a good connection. And R.N. Ravi in certain functions, public functions, he started attacking the state government. He said unemployment is rising. He said school education, the standard of education is bad. And he said that Tamil Nadu is not growing. Whereas all parameters like GDSP, everything, Tamil Nadu is topping most of the parameters in India. So he is going out of context. He was like a RSS and BJP leader in Tamil Nadu. That is what M.K. Stalin is now telling. He says that he was a star campaigner for the DMK. The more he spoke, in 2024 elections, the NDA was washed out. They were swept. And 39 seats in Tamil Nadu, DMK has won. And there is an anti-sentiment against Mr. R.N. Ravi in Tamil Nadu. And he going to West Bengal. I don't know how he's going to handle West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. At least Mr. Stalin was very cool. He takes everything cool. But I don't think the Iron Lady will keep quiet.
You know, R.N. Ravi is a tough man. He was, even M.K. Stalin was finding it hard to deal with him. He really gave nightmares to the DMK government. So, possibly, R.N. Ravi is the right pick for West Bengal. Maybe that's why the centre has decided on him there.
No, he'll have a lot of problems with Mamata Banerjee. She's an Iron Lady. Nobody can handle her. Even union government couldn't handle in certain issues.
No, that's what I'm saying. We can't underestimate R.N. Ravi. He was quite a sore point for Stalin.
No, it is not that. He withdrew the bills, that's all. But the state government went to the Supreme Court and got everything done. It went to the president gave approval.
Yeah.
It is nothing. He lost the fight between, R.N. Ravi lost the fight against Mr. Stalin.
Not really. Perception-wise, R.N. Ravi did a fairly good job in trying to make the DMK government look anti-Hindu as well, anti-national, anti-Hindu. That's a narrative that was set. Now, one only knows if it's true or false. I can't put a finger on that. But R.N. Ravi, walked out of the assembly a couple of times. He said that the state anthem was prioritized over the national anthem. On some occasions, something to do with Hindutva was brought up. So for a governor, he's made the DMK government look fairly bad in the eyes of the public. But nonetheless, you're saying, what I mean to say is that maybe they wanted a more strong governor to face off the Iron Lady, Mamata Banerjee, like you said. And maybe they thought R.N. Ravi was a better choice.
It might be, but I don't think...
You're saying he can't handle it. You're saying he can't handle it.
No, he can't handle Iron Lady Mamata Banerjee. Stalin was always cool. He didn't bother about Mr. R.N. Ravi. He didn't bother about R.N. Ravi. He said he is the best star campaigner for the DMK. He said, please don't remove R.N. Ravi till 2026 elections. It will be easy for us. Because there is an anti-sentiment against R.N. Ravi. He was sent to Tamil Nadu on a specific agenda by the BJP.
What agenda by the BJP?
Everybody knows they want to come into roads in Tamil Nadu, BJP, and speak against the DMK government. That's it.
Tell us your view about the other governors. If we can have a bunch of them on our screens, all the governors who've been moved and reassigned. Taranjeet Singh, who's now the Delhi governor. VK Saxena has now been moved. What's that move looking like to you?
Other governors, I think it's okay.
Governor of Ladakh, VK Saxena was quite a whip on the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi. He really was he did not allow them to stay calm even for a moment. In fact, he was one of the main men who was behind ensuring the liquor policy case was pursued by the agencies. So he's now been moved to Ladakh. In Ladakh, we saw protests that happened recently. So do you believe that he's another strong hand, which is why they moved him to Ladakh?
Yeah, that's a move BJP will do in states where they are not ruling. That always happens. But the great point is, I don't know how R.N. Ravi is going to handle Mamata Banerjee. Stalin is always
Tell me,
a cool
help me
man.
understand.
But
You're saying in states that the BJP is not ruling, there's a stronger face that they place as a governor. That's how it works, is it?
Yeah, definitely.
KV Prasad, your take on that? We lost your connection in the meanwhile.
Sorry.
So, R.N. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, sorry. If your question is directed towards what you was already asking on the panel, I think there has been if you look at the last 10 years plus of the NDA government led by BJP, you can see that they have placed people of their confidence in positions of governors. And some of these governors have created issues for the government of the day in the state, especially if they're not from the same party. And we have seen these instances around. And one of the things that has been noticed very frequently, I think my fellow panelists did mention, that governors have stopped reading the customary opening session speech, which everybody knows is the speech of the government of the day. The policies and programs of the government of the day. In some cases, some paras were dropped because it was critical of the central government or a policy of the central government, which I think was and this is, if you notice, these issues have been coming up at periodical intervals in some states where the leader of the state, the chief minister, is very, very strong and especially riles against the central government. So this is a tendency which we have seen has crept into it. And I think what you mentioned, the quote and the fellow panelists were talking about Mr. Ravi, in particular, the bills, this thing has also come in. And you refer to the Sarkaria Commission. In fact, some of these issues had cropped up when the interstate council meeting used to take place, when we had interstate council meetings. But I don't think the last decade we had even one interstate council meetings. There could be zonal meetings, but on the national level where these issues, and there were issues of how the governors will have to deal with, especially in a state where the party of the state is different from the party at the center. There have been issues that have been cropping out, but I think the political leadership in the country and the political leadership have not found a way out of this particular problem.
People asking elections in Tamil Nadu and West Bengal, the change of governors, will it now lead to more friction in your expertise from the way you see it? You have an R.N. Ravi now facing off Mamata Banerjee. Ideally, a governor is supposed to work in tandem with the state government, but what we see lately is just the opposite altogether.
Well, it hasn't happened so far. I mean, they have not had the best of relations, let's just put it that way. Whether it was Ravi in Stalin or Mr. Bose in West Bengal. Other states is different. You just mentioned about Mr. in Delhi, LG.
Yeah. VK Saxena now is Taranjeet. Yeah.
Taranjeet. Sandhu is a diplomat. We have yet to see him in his new role. So one doesn't know about that. So these are issues. As I said, in a mature democracy, we need to look at these issues dispassionately. There could be political divisions. There will be bound to be political, conflict areas. But a governor is supposed to be a position is a representative of the central government and is appointed by the president. Is actually the president's person. And in principle, the governors are controlled by the home ministry. They report to the home ministry. That is the constitutional scheme of things. So that exists. But I said, I heard this debates interstate council, governors, whether there should be checks on governors' powers. All these have been debated, but we have, as I said, there has been no way forward in this particular aspect.
Yeah, Rohan wanted to make a point on that.
See, I think this is the win of democracy, that in this government we are talking that even shuffle of government is, not democratic. And there are 50 instances where during Congress time, the governments were removed by misusing Article 356. So this is the change what we are having. This is the power of democracy. I think we have to see this as a normal process rather than just doing speculations. And I think if they are happy.
In fact, I said this right at the start itself, that I feel this is a refreshing move. Governors probably need to be changed. It's good to see new faces. It's a move in the positive direction. But just like how the SIR drive is happening right ahead of elections, the timing is always a question. Same question comes here, surfaces here also with this regard. How come just ahead of elections there's this change? That's all. Well, I don't know, maybe about the UPA era context, Mr. Suresh can give us a context, Mr. Suresh, on what happened in the years of the UPA era under the Congress. Was it similar to this fashion?
Yeah, any government, whether it is a UPA or NDA.
No, don't give me generalized statements. I want you to give me some specifics. Mr. KV Prasad, would you be able to recollect under the Congress regime?
Well, I just wanted to correct one particular, the BJP spokesperson mentioned, it is not, nobody, at least not on this panel, I heard that this is an undemocratic move. I said it right in the beginning, it's a perfectly legitimate move by the government of the day to appoint governors. There's nothing wrong with it. It is the timing and the question that has been raised by the political opposition, the opposition parties, number one. Number two, he mentioned our 356. I think the last time 356 was used in recent terms was in the Manipur context. And of course, we cannot forget that is because of the Supreme Court judgment in the Bombay case, where it has made Parliament to be the only place where you can, either Parliament ratifies and the floor test will have to go to the concerns assembly. So I think the last day they attempted was in the year 2000 when Mr. Vajpayee was the Prime Minister. And they dismissed the Bihar government in the anticipation that the Congress was supporting it, but it didn't happen. And eventually they had to restore that. Since then, I think Manipur was the only case where 356 was invoked by the center, and the governor's rule was put in place and extended for 1 year till we have a new government in place. As far as UPA, as I said, these roles have been discussed time and again on issues. There are certain checks and balances people have been talking about. Every government does make an attempt to put its favorites around in these positions of power, through which they can, I remember when several governors were appointed in states that the BJP was, we had similar opposition or similar voices being raised by the government of the day, if not in as still as this, because there were issues at that point of time too.
Yeah. Mr. Suresh, I cut you short on that. Why don't you give us some specifics in the UPA era that may be anywhere close to what's happening now under NDA?
Whether it is UPA or NDA government, they have the choice for the governor. That is always there.
No, choice is fine. This aggressive reshuffling.
They have their men there. It happened in Bengal. It happened
were
in
Kerala. Were they aggressively facing off with the respective governments, like the way Arif Mohammed Khan did in Kerala, like the way R.N. Ravi did in Tamil Nadu, like the way Ananda Bose did in West Bengal, like the way V.K. Saxena did in Delhi? All opposition rule states, you see a hyperactive governor.
Yeah, it happened, but it happens in NDA government more, not in UPA. And one thing, my take is governor's post should be abolished. It is an extra luggage to the non-BJP governments. It's an extra luggage, and it's an extra luggage for the exchequer for the state governments too.
You say that? Why would you say it's heavy on the exchequer?
Yeah,
all the expenses, the fancy house, and entourage.
They live in a sprawling area. They spend a lot. They conduct events in what they call now Lok Bhavan. Several lakhs are spent for mementos. Several lakhs are spent for the tea party, dinner. That's all state government's money. They can use it for the people. Why should a governor have a sprawling place? He is a person who has been appointed by the union government. He can sit in a place like where ministers stay, meet the people. Why does he want so much people around Lok Bhavan? About 100, 200 people working there. That is unnecessary. State government has to spend all the expenses of the governor. Or let the union government, ministry take over the expenses of the governor.
They listen to the union government but feed off the state government.
Yeah, they appoint, but the expenses are taken by the state government.
Okay.
I wish through you, I want the finance minister of Tamil Nadu to come out with a report that after R.N. Ravi took over as the governor, to send a note. What are the expenses? How much was the expenses till now? And let the public of Tamil Nadu know what is the expenses incurred by the Lok Bhavan.
Okay. Mr. Prasad, a final word from you on UPA versus NDA era. The quick comeback from the BJP is often that as if it never happened under the UPA. Any specific case?
See, I would not remember specific because more than a decade ago, but there were rushes of certainly, but it was not as
All right, we seem to have lost Mr. Prasad's connection there, but Rohan, I'll give you your last 30 seconds on this. Now you have governors being reshuffled. How confident are you that all of them are going to have good equation? Ideally, are they going into being the new governor with a mindset to have great relation with the state or with a mindset to launch an offensive against the government? What's the inside story?
See, this is what
because I wonder what R.N. Ravi is right now thinking and strategizing as he's getting ready to sit in the West Bengal Raj Bhavans.
See, the problem is we are reading too much in each and every news now. We oppose the opposition.
I mean, you can't ignore the pattern. Okay.
No, but that is, see, again, I'm not saying that whether pattern or not. Even in past governments, there is obviously the governors who are changed by it's a power of central government, right? We cannot question that. Anything which is against constitution, definitely you have right to question. It's a normal thing, and you have rightly said it brings freshness. And I think if they were not happy with their current governors, they should be happy.
The Supreme Court pulled up the governors.
The Supreme Court pulled up the governors. Mr. Ravi is not there.
Supreme Court pulled up the governors. Supreme Court said you can't sit on bills like that. You have to pass.
That is right. We have to definitely respect what Supreme Court says, and that we have to follow that. Absolutely. I don't come in between that, because when it comes to constitution, everybody will have to follow. And by going by what logic we had on this debate, I think Stalin should be very happy that Mr. Ravi is going. So where is the question? Why they are questioning central government? They should thank central government.
All right, we'll see what happens. We're going to keep our hawk's eye on the next, the state elections, of course, and how the new governors in the new states function. We'll come back probably with another debate, a developing story around this soon enough. Thanks very much, both of you, for joining us.
Thank you.